New Dark Racial. Yeah.
What up, everybody? It's the Wednesday eppy. Jumping in
We
without
got
even taking a breath.
A+ pod, nothing but you to do but sit back and be blown away by the level of expertise that these young boys, these young teens, these super old teens can do.
That's right. So sit back, relax, close your eyes, and enjoy.
Yo, shut the fuck up, bro. I'm listening to Dark Racial.
Love you.
Top 3 drop.
That song is obscene. It's inappropriate.
But
And
before it gets there, it's beautiful, you know?
I will not let our kids listen to this kind of content.
I just want to be liberated. Aye.
I just want to put some Vaseline on my fingers because they're
I just
very
want to
dry.
be liberated. Aye.
I just want to be liberated. Aye.
That new Dirge, all the way from Hull, live from Hull. Finally, we got here. Everybody in the audience, what's going on, mates? Because they're English.
What's up, everybody? You mother effers. It's your boys, Dark Racial, humor, free flowing, in depth convo. What about ever's appropriate
Adept.
at the
Adept
time?
Conversation. What's adept mean?
I don't know.
I think it's like capable.
I'm your boy with the bad lighting, Bonjin, but the good audio.
I got good audio. Sure, SM7B.
Yeah, you do sometimes.
Adept. I'm still finding the definition. While I find it, I'm Caller John David Ricker. You can find me over on Pornhub.com/Caller John. I got my own page. They put me in the sitemap. There's SEO, a lot of it. The best SEO, very skilled and proficient means adept. DRH is the most adept podcast at making people smile while making your spouse, your significant other, cry.
That is right, because they don't want you to listen to this podcast. They don't want you to hear the truth. They don't want you to get that info.
That's what I was going to say. So it must be truthful.
It must be truthful. Thank you to everybody for listening. Thank you to making Dark Racial Humor definitely in the top 1,000,000 podcasts.
You think so?
I think maybe if we're lucky.
Damn.
There's a lot of podcasts that don't do a lot of shit.
Fuck. Top 1,000,000?
I think so. Remember, there's not more than 1,000,000. There's not many more than 1,000,000 podcasts. That's what I heard.
Who'd you hear that from? Fucking Julio?
I heard it from an NPR podcast.
Julio's known to lie on NPR.
No,
you think just because they have Shure SM7Bs and close proximity effects that they can tell you the truth?
If you own a Shure SM7B but you don't have a podcast, you're still a podcaster. That's just part of the territory.
It's kind of just a label that is put onto you. They see that setup, they see that cheap Amazon boom stand, but they see that nice Shure SM7B and they're like, oh, you're doing things and you're going places. Do you have a fucking blueprint for your own company? Because I bet you do.
I know Shure has salespeople. I wonder if they just go to fucking media companies and they're like, yo, you guys need a podcast. Here's 2 Shure SM7Bs.
Right? I know you guys aren't, no one's a big tech head here, but you've seen this microphone and you wonder why everybody knows it, because you need it.
You've heard of Joe Rogan, Shure SM7B.
Joe Budden, Maul in the gang.
I don't think they use.
I don't think they have Shure.
Yeah, they use bullshit.
They might have one. They have a couple of different mics.
Whoa, yeah.
But if you don't have a Shure, I mean, that's they do in essence all sound the same.
Yeah.
We got different mics. Dude, they're like, oh, this sounds like this. Speaking of different mics, if you want to hop into it before, let's fucking. How's your fucking day going?
Day was good. Went to work.
How was your day?
Hurt my knee really bad. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Mommy, it hurts. What else did I do? Took a bath because ow, fucking goddamn, my knee fucking hurt so bad. Last night at like 10 o'clock, I went to go procure some marijuana, right?
Yeah.
I picked up an eighth 3.5 grams of that sweet marijuana
Just that
for money, right?
super adulterated marijuana from the stores.
Yes.
Just stepped on, cut, sprayed, and spit on like
I'm
daddy likes it.
I'm walking back to my house
Uh-huh.
across the street. I feel my pants. I'm like, yo, where's the
Feel your
kush?
pants?
I like feel my pockets.
Yeah, okay.
Make sure it's
I
still
thought you
there.
like, I felt my pants on me. I'm like, well, that's kind of meta.
Yeah, made sure it was still there. It
Yeah.
wasn't there.
Nice and neat.
I'm like, what? I turn around. As soon as I turn around, I see my weed in the middle of the street. And then a second later, a car fucking runs over it. And I hear the crunch of the plastic bottle. And it just like blows up the street. And I'm just standing there. Like it was a scene out of a movie. And
Yeah,
I
it
like walk
sounds
to the
pretty
middle of the
cinematic.
street. And I like look at the ground. And I'm like, it's too fucking dark. There's no point. And then like cars were coming. I was like, wait, I'm in the middle of the street. And so I was like, yeah, I was really sad.
There's no happy ending where it falls into your hands completely. I mean, the bottle is obliterated, but the eighth of weed is cupping into your hands perfectly. Didn't happen that way.
Nah, I was just very sad because I had no marijuana. I wasted money. I wasted time, energy, effort.
Ban cars, dude.
And I went
How did
to
it fall out of your
sleep.
pocket? You wearing skinny jeans?
I was wearing basketball shorts.
Ah.
And that's how it happened. That was my
I've lost many a keys, many a pocket accompaniments to basketball shorts.
never leave the house in basketball shorts is the moral of that story. I don't usually do that, but I did it yesterday, and I paid the price for it.
How much
Thank
was
you.
it?
Huh?
Thank you for attending my TED Talk.
It was $35.
That's how much an eighth is. I still don't know the measurement of an eighth, and I don't really want to be told it.
I'll
Kind
let
of
you
just
know.
like an
I'll let you
ethereal
know.
amount, you know?
35 for 3.5 grams. Pretty easy.
Yeah, but like eighth sounds cooler. Like eighth of what? A pound? Who knows? It's mysterious. One of those untold mysteries I will never know.
I remember one time when
I
I
forget what the last one
was very young when I first started smoking.
Potting? Oh.
I was literally getting ripped off a lot. I remember I paid like a lot for an eighth. I don't want to say how much. $60. I paid $60.
I just bought $20. Gave it to the homie. He went to his homie. Fucking put it in my little like compartment thing. Take it out ever so gently and fucking I make that shit last for weeks, bro. Go to school ripped in high school. Ceramics first period? You kidding me?
Damn, what kind of high school is that?
Ceramics?
Ceramics.
Yeah. Nice little ceramics.
That sounds nice. I remember I was in what's it called? Student council senior year.
You're an ASB, dude?
Such bullshit, dude. It's the shittiest. Like no one gives a fuck.
ASB, man. ASB was like there's a couple cats that were in ASB. It's like, what are you doing?
I literally just did it as I submitted my name as a joke, and I won because no one ran against me. I think someone else ran against me, but
president, dude, president of ASB,
president of the seniors.
Oh, that's not ASB.
That really did nothing though. I don't think it was ASB. It was something else though.
I really don't know what ASB stands for, but everybody knows what ASB is, right?
It doesn't matter. Those kids don't go anywhere in life anyway.
They all work at Macy's.
I went to the University of Arizona.
I would do it maybe again if someone offered me a little more money.
I would do it again if I did not live in the dorm first year. No, maybe I should because that's how you make friends. But not the dorm I was in.
The opposite of my dorm.
For the same amount of money, I could have been living in your dorm, which was way nicer, way bigger. Yeah. And first of all, fucking those dorms were expensive, bro. They were like $800 a month. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Can you believe that shit? We could have fucking had apartments.
We could have had a house in Tucson, dude.
For real, bro.
No,
I think that was my fucking first house with Trenton. I was paying like $400.
Damn.
Yeah, $450 or something.
Well, I mean, there's some amenities, you know. First of all, you're like a bunch of kids, and parents don't really want your kids in like a fucking house.
I also
Got
got
some
strep throat
laundry.
from this fucking
You got a
laundry.
senior who's like getting blasted on his weekends, telling freshmen what to do,
Oh, the RA, dude.
getting paid for it.
I kind of did they get paid? I thought they just lived for
No, they
free.
just got less. I think less rent. I don't know if it's free.
Yo, there was definitely my RA was definitely fucking girls in my dorm.
I wouldn't be surprised if mine was.
He was super tall. He was
Who was that in
super
my first year?
charismatic. His name was Michael. I still remember him.
I remember my first one because I was in the dorm 2 years because I was fucking like I didn't fuck with people after my first year, so I was like I need to be alone.
You got bullied.
No, I just didn't. It was in retrospect, it could have been cool if I was down with it, but it was just a 21-year-old roommate bringing in a bunch of alcohol. He was an alcoholic for sure.
Yeah.
Bringing in alcohol and bitches, and I just wasn't with it, you know.
You didn't help yourself?
Didn't help myself. I was I don't know, just wasn't with it all.
I remember, and I'll never forget this.
Yeah.
I go to a party. It was probably like the first or second day of sophomore year. Meet two girls, bring them back to my new house because new house. And fucking Trenton, the
Yeah, I
roommate.
love what you did with the place. Was Trenton your roommate?
Trenton was my roommate. Remember?
Oh, wait, what? I didn't.
At Adobe House 1?
Oh, no. I thought you were fucking dorm.
No, not my dorm.
Okay. I was like, that's kind of like fun. You're saying your dorm's your house. I get it, comedy.
Nah, that was a cage. Adobe Adobe House 1, and I'm like, all right,
Okay.
I'm gonna be a nice guy. I'm gonna let fucking one of these girls hang out with Trenton, dude. And so I go to my
Please.
room.
You gave him the blessing. Say, hey, you may go hang out with that guy.
Bro, they obviously wanted to hang out with me.
You had
Both
cool
of them?
blonde hair.
Nah, I didn't have this hair at the time. I had
You
little
had cool locks.
little dreadlocks, yeah.
Oh, actually.
I was just a chill guy. And Trenton was like eating cereal with cutting his toenails, watching fucking surf videos.
Hey, surf's great.
And I
I
was
should really
like,
fuck
I don't
him
know.
up.
I was like, hey, you should chill with this guy, whatever.
Who's man's with the glasses? The YouTube star?
Vsauce.
Yeah, Vsauce.
Oh my god.
Dude, speaking
Yeah.
of Vsauce, you know Grant Cardone from Mythbusters?
He died.
He's done diddly dead. That makes me sad inside. Did you watch Mythbusters?
No.
Oh man, a wonderful little show to get your little brain working about engineering and science.
A nice Saturday afternoon with mom.
He was such a nice dude, always smiling, petite little man.
Brain aneurysm.
Was it actually?
Yeah.
That's what happens when you think too much. I'd be telling people just like be indoctrinated with other people's opinions and you'll be fine.
That's what happens when you smoke cigarettes. Anyway, back to my story.
I thought it was a complete segue into Grant Cardone, but wait, not Grant Cardone, dude. Grant
No,
Cardone.
it was the other one. It was the Asian guy.
No, Grant Cardone is the fucking white dude who sells real estate, but his name is Grant.
It's random.
He's been in my Grant Imahara. All right, dude, tell me about your fucking toenail roommate.
Oh yeah, and then I don't know.
Actually,
Anyway, I hook up with one, and then the other one is like being bored to death
Ow.
watching surf videos, and I'm like, oh,
But did you see that barrel, bro? You really got in it. He was pitted. He was deep.
I think so. It might have been surf wipeouts. Anyway,
I
moral
should
of the
watch Surf
story:
Wipeouts.
when your roommate brings you someone to chill with, maybe stop cutting your toenails and turn off the surf videos, or don't show her your music, your horrible rap music.
It's the alternative pop bastards.
Jesus Christ! I'm watching these people scale a mountain, and they look like a fucking couple. I'm just like, how do you even find someone that's into this shit?
You're watching people scale a mountain right now?
They're like literally like running on top of a mountain, but it's like a really narrow fucking.
On
Jesus.
the internet or in your life?
On Twitter.
Yeah.
I gotta send you this. I gotta send you this mid pod. You
I'm
gotta
down,
watch
dude.
this.
What the time Adobe House 1 was?
It's fucking dirty.
6 years ago? 5 years ago?
5 years ago, we were in fucking college, just
Time
in that
passed.
dirty,
Time passed.
dirty house.
Just fucking reckless young boys.
just so reckless. Taking
Just so much reckless activity.
shits and those. Remember that party at that house?
Big party, big party.
When literally no one could move, bro. Like that was. Imagine that's the unthinkable COVID era.
That would get at least one person dead right
There's
there.
at least 100 people at that house in that time.
I think statistically that's how it works.
I was like, someone statistically has to have a gun here, and there's a chance that it's gonna go off.
In Tucson, dude. Oh yeah,
I remember that girl Rachel.
I do.
I remember she came over with like 6 of her friends,
Yeah.
and there were a million people there, and I was just like, hey, you wanna go smoke in my room? And we just stayed. We just locked ourselves in there like the entire night. It was great.
That is exactly what roommates do at a house that is throwing parties.
Yes.
It is a
the Soapy Lawn Phasies.
Soapy Lawn Adobe house. If you have another house, if you have parties there that are popping, you will have just a kickback in the room because you don't want to be associated with all that.
Yes.
And there's a bunch of people in your house.
So many people. So many people using my bong.
Yeah. Huh?
My banger. So many people.
They're gonna say banyo.
The bathroom. I'm pretty sure some people made some relations in my bed once.
Mm.
At
least they did it with love,
Probably not. They're probably assaulted it or some shit. There's just a bunch of blood on the mattress. I wanted to go to bed after a long day at work. There's blood all over my mattress.
The wall said, "Not me, oh no," in blood. But I was like, "Oh God." Just got home from work. It's like, "Oh, I got to deal with this."
I got to deal with this bullshit. Thanks, roommates, for letting this fucking my room, my sanctuary.
Tucson antics, dude. Did the antics happen the first year, or was there just a lot more antics the second year?
Second year, I felt like we were more free.
I'm talking Tucson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't have to worry about getting caught drinking or like.
Well, no,
I can't believe
about the second year of the house, not college.
Oh, the second year of the house? I remember Skylar was really against having parties at that house. And I think we could have thrown some ballin' parties in that backyard.
Oh, a greenhouse?
Yeah.
I was kind of against it too.
That was if you just keep people outside, like everything is perfect, but motherfuckers want to come inside and chill.
He also had like an FBI thing.
Oh, what?
Fucking weed FBI.
Oh, and fucking Tucson?
Yeah.
Yeah, weed was fucking a scary thing there.
Yeah, it's still a scary thing fucking in a lot of states.
Can't believe there's an entire like period when we were like under 21 and getting alcohol was an event.
Yeah.
We had to like plan it out. Or like
it's kind of fun.
Getting a fake ID. Was I with you when I got my fake taken?
Dude, where was it?
We were like going to a concert or something.
Was it in the desert?
Yes.
I mean, it's Tucson. And you had to take an Uber home?
Yeah. And like, I didn't even have to show my fucking fake ID because it was like an 18 up concert, bro.
I do remember that. I was under an influence of things, and we took an Uber back. I'm pretty sure you paid for the Uber. It was a long Uber.
That was bullshit.
And it was like a Grateful Dead dude in an Uber. And I was fucking getting real nice in the car, and he was like, just listen to the Dead, man. I'm like, fuck it. Oh, man.
Okay.
Dead past, man. Is it 20?
Hit the brake. Hit the brakes. Bam, 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 bam. He has to be. His name is Big Sean.
Lil Wayne. Big pun is actually big man, but
big. All right. Let me share some audio. All right. This is from Trumpito.
Let's talk about George Floyd. You said George Floyd's death was a terrible thing.
Terrible.
Why are African Americans still dying at the hands of law enforcement in this country?
And so are white people. So are white people. What a terrible question to ask. So are white people. More white people, by the way. More white people.
Thoughts on this clip?
I was watching that. I didn't want to watch it because it kind of made me upset. Because Trumpito.
It's Trump. This is a dark racial. No, I'm just kidding. I was about to say emphasis on the racial, but
Classic. The one thing I think about is the argument of fucking more crime, so there's more interaction with police and black population. It's the argument that I hear when I try to hear the side of the, I don't know, reasoning for it.
there's also just more white people than black people.
Apparently I was going through the Twitter the thread of it. One thing said that there was 2 times more fatality with black people interaction with police than white people. I don't think the more white people is a correct statement. I'm not sure.
Maybe it's more white people in terms of people, but that's a higher percentage of black people per their population.
Yeah, and then
That's
when there's an argument for like why that the case is, the argument that I hear always is that there's more crime in black population. So there's more percentage of like that because there's a higher percentage of crime, which could lead into a different conversation of why there might be more crime in that. But I don't know. I don't think there is more crime in fucking. You ever heard of white on white crime, dude?
Yes.
Crime.
That's
What do you
just
think
crime.
of it?
That's the majority. The majority of crime happens by people committing crime against their own race.
Yeah, it's kind of like a segregated thing. I think in poorer communities, it's more integrated.
Yeah.
These are all little tidbits of things I read on the internet. And
But no one wants to talk about that.
What?
Black on black, white on white crime. It's only interesting when a white person kills a black person or a black person kills a white person.
It does make for more clickbaity news.
Yep. It drives the narrative. It drives the clicks. It drives the money. Because the fucking, the media loves them some fucking media, boy.
What was your opinion on the clip?
On the what?
The clip.
Oh, it's the fucking, I'm looking at this chart right here. And it's like, it says black people make up 13% of the U.S. population and white people make up 60%. But like, if anyone understands how fractions work, like the black deaths are clearly higher than the white, not just because, but mainly because there's less black people. So per the population, black people are being killed at a higher rate. But for the U.S. population, white people are. But
yeah,
I think this
percentages. So
yeah,
like relativity.
So they're actually both right.
Yeah, kind of. What do you think of his like choice to say
shouldn't
that?
have said it like that.
Yeah, that's
shouldn't
kind
have said it like that. But I am not surprised.
That's kind of the crux of it. Because then, I mean, people say things like fucking Trumpito says something kind of stupid, and then people get in all the different stems and branches of what people are talking about.
I'm 100.
It's kind of, I think the point is kind of why, that's why a lot of people are kind of fucked with it.
It's kind of like when you talk to like your grandpa about this stuff, and they just
grandparents in a while,
or like your really old uncle, and they just like blurt out stuff that you wouldn't necessarily like not only disagree with, but it's just like kind of rude and like, like old people stuff. That's how I think like Trump thinks. I don't think he reads what he retweets or fucking thinks about what he tweets. I just think he's just like an old person that's just like, this is what I think, blah,
Yeah.
I
don't think that's very good.
It's not very good, but it's like you can't really be surprised anymore.
No, not
As-
surprised by it. I don't think a lot of people are surprised by it anymore.
Yeah. Like if he straight out came out and like, I don't know, said the N-word or something, I'd be like, whoa, dude. Whoa. But
That
everything else,
surprised you, dude?
I don't think he's
Like in
very
like
I think he's,
in maybe not in like a press meeting, but not like in the Oval Office, fucking on TV, but
I don't
that's
think
on
he,
tape.
I don't think he's like fucking what's that guy's name? Sterling? Donald Sterling? I don't think he's
Yeah.
like that. Or like fucking what's the other guy's name? The actor. Passion of the Christ.
Uh,
Mel
that's
Gibson.
hella racist.
Just like violently like violently racist, using the N-word behind closed doors. Like I kind of don't think he's like, I just think he's a fucking old guy that's super out of touch. It's like on top of
think
that, he's
that's
from New
that's
York, so he's super
still
rude and blunt.
pretty dangerous, dude.
Of course it's dangerous. It's not good. It's not calm, cool, and collected. Or
Isn't that the point of what people are wanting in a U.S. leadership?
apparently not half the country.
Interesting.
Interesting. Who's gonna win the US election?
Shit, man. Shit'll be the same.
Shit's gonna be the same, dude. What's gonna happen is, let's say Biden wins.
Hmm.
He's probably gonna think that everybody is on board with everyone's just magically on board with the liberal agenda or whatever he's been running on, right? And he's gonna go hard on that, and then not everyone, but most people are gonna be like, "Whoa, hold up," right? And then he might get elected a second term, who knows? And it's gonna flip to Republican again because it does that pretty much. It's done that pretty much for the past 20 years. Fucking George Bush runs on something, implements it, like privatizing Social Security. Everyone's like, "Yo, chill on that," and then it flips to a Democratic House, and then fucking Obama wins, and he's like, "All right, guys, time for Obamacare," and everyone's like, "Whoa, hold up," and then it flips to a Republican House, right? And then it's a Republican president, and then Trump runs, and then he's like, "All right, time to build the wall. That's what I ran on." Whoa, hold up, right? And then
Yeah. So it's a lot of back and forth of kind of expected rigmarole.
I will just be the king of America. It's no king. No king or
Whoa,
queen.
dude, you're going back on your morals?
What are my
You've been
morals?
high on this king for a minute, dude.
I am this king.
Yeah, man.
I
you said
serve that
king,
throne.
king of Am, dude.
I am loyal to that throne only. What is that from? Black Panther.
I haven't seen Black Panther.
I have really horrible lighting right now, but it's okay. No,
It's really bad.
no one watches the YouTube videos anyway.
Speaking of dark racial humor on YouTube, if you leave a comment on this portion and say tiger, then you'll get a free hat.
Yeah.
But it's only good until July 20th, 2020.
Get that money.
And none of this other like 2020 and the next, like when it comes around again. No. This 2020.
Yes, Daddy. Yes, Daddy.
What else is in the news, Keys, dude? Some Nick Cannon, Huntington Beach.
What did he say? Oh,
verge-
fucking
LA
Chance
is on
the
the
Rapper,
verge
dude.
of shutting down on bars again. What did Chance say?
Chance, to make a long story short, he was like, "I support Kanye West for president," and everyone was like, "Bro, do you know what he's running on?" And then he's like, whoa, guys, like, just because he's saying this doesn't mean he wouldn't be a great president. Think for yourselves. And then fucking Terry Crews chimed in with, "That's right, Chance. Tell these people to think that for themselves." And then Chance was like, whoa, Terry, I'm not that crazy. Like, I don't endorse any praise from you. And
Damn.
yeah, it was like, dude, everybody's hating on Terry Crews, dude. Terry Crews is cool. Like, great Old Spice guy. Great in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Great loving father, loving
But he
husband.
lets old men touch his ween, dude. Come on.
I don't think he let him do that.
It was his fault. You see what he's wearing?
Victim
Those
blaming.
pecs, dude.
Does have great pecs.
You
but
can move
nah,
them.
he can move, and they can talk. Have you seen those Old Spice commercials?
Not in a while.
Yeah. What sucks is that when you're a Hollywood person and you're outspoken on politics, that really affects your work.
There's a football player that I brought up in the past, but his name's Marcellus Wiley. He's, an ex-football player, but he does sports news shows and shit. And he kind of has that same line of thought for kind of taking every case individually and not fucking. He's not into the as he said, the woke of the moment causes.
It's a lot. Also,
He's
don't
in.
put your shit on Twitter because it can be taken anyway. Holy shit, this person looks like my sister.
Is she your sister?
No.
Looking on the Twitter news, Nick Cannon, L.A., Huntington Beach. What do you want?
What's up with Nick Cannon?
Nick Cannon had a former person that was associated with the rap group Public Enemy, which I didn't really know. His name is Professor Griff or Griffin. I'm not sure. Griffin. Let me see if I can play it. And am I hooked up to the audio? Hooked up to the audio.
Grab the ox.
To the audio.
Goddamn, my knee hurts.
Let's go to what it really is then. When we talk about the power of melanated people, when we talk about who we really are as guys and understanding that our melanin is so power and it connects us in a way that the reason why they fear black, the reason why they fear is because the lack that they have of it. So then when you see what Dr. Francis C. Welsing talked about is that fear and that
just genetic annihilation.
Deficiency.
Speak on it.
You have. Then let's go. Let's go to what it really is then. And when you see what Dr. Francis C. Welsing talked about is that fear and that
just genetic annihilation.
Deficiency of when you have a
Might I point out they're not using Shure SM7Bs?
Oh, turn it off.
person that has the lack of pigment, the lack of melanin, that they know that they will be annihilated. So therefore, however they got the power, they have the lack of compassion. That melanin comes with compassion. Melanin comes with soul. That we call it soul. We soul brothers and sisters. That's the melanin that connects us. So the people that don't have it are a little, and I'm gonna say this carefully, are a little less. And where the term actually comes from, because I'm bringing it all the way back around to Minister Farrakhan, to where they may not have the compassion or the when they were sent to the mountains of Caucasus, when they didn't have the power of the sun, that the sun then started to deteriorate them. So then they're acting out of fear. They're acting out of low self-esteem. They're acting out of a deficiency. So therefore, the only way that they can act is evil. The only way they have to rob, steal, rape, kill, and
fight or flight.
In order to survive.
Exactly.
So then these people who didn't have what we had, and when I say we, I speak of the melanated people.
Right.
They had to be savages. They had to be barbaric. Because they're in these Nordic mountains, they're in these rough torrential environments. So they're acting as animals.
Right.
So they're the ones that are actually closer to animals. They're the ones that are actually the true savages. And then they built up such this I don't want to say warrior, but they built up such this conquering barbaric mentality.
That's the clip.
So he's saying white people are evil.
Kind of. And savages.
Okay, Nick Cannon.
I thought it was interesting because it's kind of like how fucking white people in the past called like black people savages, Indian savages. It's the same thing, but not from white people. Which is that universally bad? Is that bad what he just said?
Well, I personally think you shouldn't call anyone savages. Right?
Before we go on that, I was watching some fucking like some comedy from native people. It was
Yes.
funny.
Back in the day, slavery was highly justified by the Bible, right? People in the Bible owned slaves, so they're like, it's fucking biblical. They own slaves, I can own slaves, right? But now we're in a more scientific age where we're like, yo, we have literal science to prove and disprove things, literal evidence that people are more or less biologically the same, right? Besides like obviously like skin and hair and shit. So like what's the
Dick
point
size.
of even fucking reverting back to that way of thinking? You have nothing to justify it besides slavery, which was bad, but like come on, we're all smarter now.
What he was also saying on like a flip side of it was kind of the like tribal mentality of different, you know, people grouping together and having kind of he did say conquesting mentalities over other tribes.
Tribalism.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with that?
I think I've heard of tribalism, yes.
In today's day and age, I think is very a very antiquated way of thinking. Cause like, and I'm really speaking specifically about first world countries.
Mm-hmm.
Most people have access to unlimited information. What's the point of everyone thinking the same? Everyone should think different and compare information.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I mean, you do still have groups of people magnetizing, going towards each other because they're like-minded and they're similar situations in life. So you still kind of have tribal situations, no?
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. But sometimes it's just so like it's just
Primal.
like prime. It's just it's like primal, dude. It's like something that really besides the physical bond of slavery was something that the majority of black people in this country had in common was that they couldn't read or write, right? And so as a society, the black community had to overcome that together, right? And now we can all read and write, educate ourselves, educate others. So like there's really no need to like think alike, you know what I'm saying? Like we like resources are
Out of necessity.
I don't want to say scarce. Yeah, it's like, and a lot of this is just like because of the internet, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not gonna say access to the internet is free, but you can get a phone for like $10, $15,
Mm-hmm.
right? And fucking, well, you can find Wi-Fi somewhere. That's like the lowest, probably the lowest barrier. Besides like a computer at the library.
Mm-hmm.
And that is not limited to any race. You know what I'm saying?
Information.
And this information, presumably, is the same for everyone, whether you're rich or poor, which it should be. Net neutrality, which it should stay.
I guess so.
But
in
yeah,
theory.
I feel like I'm kind of like wavering off the point. Main point is Nick Cannon, yo, chill with this fucking tribalism, dog. You fucking, first of all, you're a black millionaire in America. You fucking made it. You should be encouraging black people to think different outside the box so that they can end up like you, fam. You know what I'm saying?
You're very into the think different portion of it,
Super,
which I'm kind of interested in. What is different than what?
Like
what is the same?
I feel like a lot of black people I feel like a lot of black people think that like as a race, absolutely, we're starting a couple steps back than like most of the country. because, but they're just like, okay, well, that's it. Like, yeah, I'm the victim, but everyone should fucking feel sorry for me. I was like, if you live in America, you have the opportunity, or you have the opportunity to like educate yourself on how to thrive. You know what I'm saying? Like compared to India, the average person in India makes $2,000 per year. The average person in America makes $60,000 per year. Like no matter, like regardless of your fucking race, gender, or I guess ethnicity is the same thing. Like you can achieve that like median. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Right. And of course it's going to be different for everyone, because everyone has different experiences and obstacles they have to face. But like for the most part, everybody has like the same like rights and opportunities to play in the same field. You know what I'm saying? And no black person is going to get rich by thinking the same and asking for handouts. They get rich by changing things. And I was listening to this we need to take a break. I was listening to this really interesting podcast about black inventors and how there were like hundreds and hundreds of black inventors that existed after slavery that invented a bunch of shit, and white people straight up stole their patents or wouldn't patent their shit.
Interesting. Want to talk about it after the break?
We should. All right, let's take a break.
Let's do it. There's only room for one bald rapper, and that's Freddie Gibbs.
Freddie Gibbs is not the only bald rapper.
He's the only one that has room.
He's skinny.
Welcome back to the third trimester of Dark Racial Humor, where we like, dude, there's an abortion news. You gotta go back to the roots of abortion news.
What's up with that?
What podcast were you listening to? And before that, dude, Podcorn themselves hit us up and they said, you want $1 million?
Really?
Back in like June.
Yeah, we missed it.
You replied, I think. Yeah,
like 3 weeks later, and they were like, fuck you.
Well, don't worry. I did a follow-up another 3 weeks later. I said, what are you thinking? What was the topic of this mind jog you went on?
Oh, yeah. It was basically talking about black inventors. I forgot the fucking podcast name.
They don't pay us.
They don't pay us, so it doesn't matter.
Do you listen to them? Are they nice?
I don't listen to
them.
Do
they do good
often,
in the world?
I guess, yeah. Information. Yeah, dude, it's just like, you know, because of that oppression and shit, black people were not forced, but forced to fucking think outside the box, make things, change industries. You ever hear of Black Wall Street?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't, but I'm going to do some more research on that. But apparently,
all you got to do is watch HBO Watchmen.
Is that what it's about?
It stems from that a little bit. It's not informational about Black Wall Street, but it's a good series. It has a lot to do with racism and police and racism.
Yeah, like not even the fucking inventions. Think of the music. The fucking slaves used to make music, and then that fucking translated into music made by the free black people. And then they started, you know, meeting in the churches because, you know, that strong community, right? But even like as time goes on, fucking populations in black churches are starting to decline.
I think that might be just in general with fucking religion.
I think that too, but I feel like the black church was about more than religion.
Yeah. Oh, I think a lot of churches were in the past. It was more community based. I think there might be, and this is kind of based off nothing, but kind of, I don't know, based with the internet and a lack of centralized people interacting with the people around them, especially in communities that have more aggregate wealth in them. You probably don't interact with your neighbors as much. if you fucking have a big ass plot of land and you have a mansion,
Definitely.
fucking Dave Chappelle, Oprah, and that one dentist. Shout out that good bit. I think it was a Chris Rock bit. Never mind. Then you don't really have a sense of neighborhood community.
Yeah.
And I think with that and like online deliveries and kind of this precursor of a digital based life that you
This
kind of see in, especially
remote
in this
work binge we're going on. Damn.
the spotlight that it's putting on with COVID for sure. I think there's less influence of neighborhood communities.
Yeah, it's real easy also for you to, not you, but people to be like, keep the economy closed. Remote work for everyone if you don't work, if your livelihood doesn't depend on you working in the service industry, right? You know, which a lot
there's people that need jobs. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, but it was more, it was kind of tying back to like the fucking community, or like the richer you are, the less like involved you are with people.
Possibly.
Yeah. Oh, it's a blessing.
What?
I don't know. Just everything, you know? It's fucking just getting internet just pumped into my computer. Is that signal?
Yeah.
Who controls the internet? Jeff Bezos, dude. You own everything, dude. Jesus fuck, dude. Let me get some
Cisco and shit. Yeah. I think that's kind of bad. The lack of interaction with, because then you kind of have like, you're susceptible especially in like a government sense, to kind of be like infiltrated.
Ding, 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 ding. Bro, I actually have something. I have something about that. It's a fucking fuck. I don't know where my phone is. It's on my notes, but basically, since it was discovered that since 2018, there is this like a bunch of companies in America use this Chinese software that like does enterprise shit for them. And
Huawei?
Not Huawei, something else.
There was some Huawei news as well.
And it was creating back doors of all these companies, all these American organizations, and like going through all their data and shit. And the Chinese government owns half of this software.
I was talking about communities and not being a tight-knit community, not internet stuff.
Oh yeah,
I'm on board.
You just mentioned government, and it's dangerous. And I was like, oh, dude, that makes me think of China. I want to visit China.
I mean, there's a lot of trade with China, you know.
All the trade, all the cheap labor.
Which is interesting if the government doesn't like that government. There's a lot of, which kind of did seem recently to be less of a in the forefront of import.
That's true. I mean, we take a lot from them, but they take a lot from us too.
What, fucking b-boying?
Huh?
That's more Japan. Nothing. I was making a breakdance joke.
I mean, besides our awesome fashions and music taste, like they take a lot of like our not take, but they buy a lot of our fucking like machinery and shit.
Metal.
Yeah, fucking. They're starting to make Tesla cars in China, which is huge. They opened up a plant, and China fucking needs it.
I was like, make Tesla cars or sell Tesla cars in China?
Make them in China. They're opening they opened a factory. Yeah.
Interesting.
Elon Musk starting off the electric vehicle revolution over there.
Also in the U.S.
Shout out.
Where'd he go?
Where did he go? To what? School?
What? No. There's a plant. Not in Inglewood. What was in Inglewood? Didn't he do one in Inglewood?
There's a SpaceX thing in Inglewood.
Is that what it was?
I think.
Interesting.
It's
weird. They got a SpaceX dream.
You make fucking rockets in LA. You never think about that.
Tesla.
Elon. It was funny. Elon Musk, when Kanye said he's gonna be president, was like, "You have my full support," and then he said a bunch of shit about his stances, And Elon Musk was like, I don't think we have as much in common as I thought.
When did Kanye fucking tell his platform that doesn't have a platform because I don't think anybody can really run right now?
I don't know when or where. It's probably on Twitter.
Interesting. Hey man, as long as you keep on playing Father Stretch My Hands. According to Business Insider, Elon Musk still supports Kanye West running for president, but in 2024. And apparently 46 minutes ago from the Daily Mail, Kanye West bows out of presidential race after a long fought battle on the road down in the States, shaking hands. Kanye West's bid for the White House has reportedly already ended. He hired his staff to try to get him on the ballot in several states. He missed the deadline in several states. You can't be a little late to be president. Come on.
Maybe next time.
2024.
2024.
What else?
Yeah.
What else you been thinking about? How's South LA?
It's Southie. It's LA. It's
Any exciting things?
some more moved into a place.
Nice.
I have Maven's mattress. I gotta return that.
Nice, dude. Did you fuck the mattress? Did you fuck the mattress?
Play the fifth.
Fifth of what?
I don't know.
The internet.
The internet constitution.
Wednesday eppy. Dark racial humor.
What should I make for dinner?
What are these books? Dude, you trying to get on these books? Get that Face the Mask Volume 2. I haven't read it in a minute. Usually 7 p.m. is my reading time.
Really? It's not when you start the day?
It's round 5, round 4.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty fucked up.
Why? Just go to sleep.
I go to sleep at like 6.
Just go to sleep at 9. Just do it.
Yikes.
And then start the day with a nice walk.
You know.
I don't know. I cannot relate. That would make me so depressed. If I was awake and it was just dark for the majority of me being awake, that doesn't make you sad?
No. It's kind of like also mistakenly gives me some alone time as well.
Do you hate your family?
I mean,
do they hate you? I like how you didn't say no. You said, I mean.
No, I don't hate my family, but I don't. There might be behind me.
Damn. They got.
What did you call me, dude?
I said AWS got fucking servers in the middle of the ocean, dude. What the fuck?
They just got a fucking stack of information out in the Bering Sea.
Damn, I'm trying to be Jeff Bezos. I gotta build something. I gotta shave my head and build something.
Like a boat?
Nah, like a network of servers connecting people together.
Fuck it. Go ahead.
Or an online store that also makes fucking shows and makes groceries.
Oh, they don't make. I guess they do make the shows. Start with one thing first, branch out from there.
Yeah, start something small.
Might make like a podcast PDF.
Podcast PDF, dude.
Get an email. I was gonna steal someone's blueprint for that. Where get a nice little YouTube private link and tell people how to pod.
Find a blueprint for a podcast network so we can get acquired and retire early.
Ownership, dude.
Ownership's cool. But if it's like 100 million, I'm out. Fuck off with that. I'll be like, yo, I'm signing a loan.
Reinvestment.
I'll be like, dude, like, give me that shit. I'll take 1 million and have fun with it, and then I'll put the rest in fucking some other shit.
100 mil, dude. I sell nothing less than $1 bill flat.
I will travel the world looking for my wife.
What is she gonna say?
She's gonna say, Can I hold some money?
Yeah, rich guy, right?
Can I hold some money for you, daddy?
Yeah.
I'll be like, anything for you, baby. Here, 50 grand. You need some more? I
You're
want to
just
take
a
care.
fucking money cuck.
I want to take care of you and your friends.
Gross.
Bro, that's a future lifestyle, bro. You think
What?
future feels good about sleeping with girls he has to pay?
No, that's probably why he's sad. I swear, man. Future. Fuck, I'm not gonna say that. I was gonna talk about him killing himself.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Yeah, but
But
you
the
know,
tributes would be amazing.
you put out in the pod, bro. It's a scary. Because then the internet mind is just like doing its own thing because it's alive.
If he killed himself, you think it would be an accident?
No,
Do you think it would be drug related, or you think he'd hang himself? Or you think he'd shoot himself?
I mean, pill seems to be on brand.
Would you think that rap life ain't all it's cracked up to be?
I think to myself, hey, maybe this rap life ain't all that it's cracked up to be.
Are you like, I reckon maybe I should hold other things higher than doing drugs, having sex, and getting money?
Is that the rap life, dude?
That's Future's life, bro.
That is Future's life. Is it? I don't know anything about Future's life.
Literally, bro.
He's a kid being fathered by another man.
It is a fact that Future will literally drop his kids to go fuck a bitch. Someone shared a screenshot. She was DMing Future, and he was like, "I'm with my kids. I gotta fucking step away from him real quick and come see you."
Yeah.
What a sleazy guy.
Yeah, it's pretty non-fatherly.
Yeah. I feel like
not holding up family values.
I feel like you definitely care less about your kids if they're like from multiple women.
Yeah, at a certain point, it's like
okay,
I'm not really invested.
How many baby mamas? Oh wow, it comes up. Does Future have?
Ew, gross.
Okay,
I'm say
so
4.
How many baby mamas does Future have?
Sierra.
Future has.
Sierra.
What's worse is that his baby mamas are all friends with each other.
That's cool. Maybe like everybody's like they're all cousins and shit.
It's pretty degrading for them, but that's great for him.
I was watching a clip of House.
He has
on
6.
YouTube. 6.
Rapper says only 2 of his 6 baby mamas are his real ones on Mother's Day.
Like the real ones that stand by his side, or like actual, like legitimate his mother of his child.
I don't know.
Is colloquial real or like genetically real?
I think genetically, but who knows these days? Rapper Future must spend a fortune sending out bouquets to all of his baby mamas on Mother's Day.
Hey, what a line.
He has 6 children with 6 different women, but he made sure they all felt some love on their special day. Although it seems like he may favor 2 over the others.
Was it Sierra?
Why do you fear that? While the rapper has been known to engage in feuds with his baby mamas over child support in the past, he had nothing but love for them on Mother's Day. Future thanked perhaps his most famous baby mama, Sierra, saying that their son, also named Future, is life. The 2 broke off their engagement in 2014 after reports of the rapper's infidelity when swirling. Well, duh. Sierra even sued Future after he put out a string of tweets calling her a controlling bitch. He also claimed that he was paying her child support even though she would not let him see their baby. She was not playing around. Filed a $15 million lawsuit against him for defamation and slander. Future hit Sierra with a countersuit, alleging that he never tried to damage her reputation. Wow, that's
Apparently,
messy.
there's some Britney Spears custody battles. You hear about this one in the news?
Britney Spears?
Yeah, I didn't read about it. But apparently Britney Spears is like not being able to see her kid. Who knows if it's Kevin Federline's kid or what? But Britney Spears' Oops, I Did It Again is the song that she's somewhat famous for.
Just don't have sex. The only 100% way to not get pregnant is abstinence. And that's facts.
I mean,
guys.
Jesus impregnated someone without sex.
Holy shit. No, he didn't. God did.
God did. I mean,
Jesus impregnated someone by fucking them.
What's a conservatorship? Something with kids. What minute are we at, man?
I don't know, but let's fucking end it so I can get some dinner.
Dude, same. Dark racial humor, man. It's the best pod.
Don't you need some breakfast?
It's my first meal.
That's right, babies.
The podcast that does the most good in the world makes you feel the most good. does the best thing for baby pandas in Australia. They're not supposed to be in Australia, and that's why we want them out. You can find us on YouTube, Dark Racial Humor. Hit us up on Instagram, Dark Racial Humor. Collared shirt on Instagram.
That's right. And I'm Bon _ I know I'm Bon Jim on Instagram.
I mean, it's like, what is Instagram really going to show you?
I don't have
a personal brand.
I don't have a Twitter. Goodbye.
Did you delete it?
Not yet.
Have a good one, folks. See you
Love
Friday.
you. Bye.
New Dark Racial. Yeah.